Okay, so say in a world
In a world
where Laurie Strode is an idiot
Laurie Strode
and Michael Myers isn't present.
not present.
When he is, he's kind of a pussy.
He jizzes his pants. He come.
Oh, God.
Halloween comes tonight.
Girl, I'm nuts for your guts, girl, I'm nuts for your guts. I don't know what I do if I couldn't cut into you. I'm in love with you, and what that entails is me ripping myself up like the mummy with your entrails. Cause I'm nuts for your guts, girl, I'm nuts for your guts. I don't know what I do if I couldn't cut into you.
Hey, happy Halloween, guys! It's Halloween.
It's Halloween.
Dude, it's Halloween, so you know what that means. Halloween ends. It's done. Halloween is pissed.
It's November 1st.
Dude.
I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean.
Halloween is pissed,
Halloween
dude.
ends.
Wait, why didn't this come out on November 1st?
Wouldn't it make so much
Or like
more sense?
on Halloween at midnight or something? Or like an hour before? Or like it should have came out like at 10:30 on
right.
Halloween.
So
And then
typically I would say that's dumb, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, well, it's like the Halloween season. You want people to have time to watch it. This movie specifically?
this is the least Halloween, like not as in Halloween as in a series, but Halloween movie, but also like both.
Like Halloween vibes?
This is the least Halloween anything I've ever seen in my life.
It is the least Halloween thing to have a Halloween title, that's for sure. That's for goddamn sure.
Every year, or I guess we had like a 2-year gap in between some of them. Every year, I get more and more sad watching these David Gordon Green Halloween movies. And this year, I should have been ecstatic because it's over and
Yeah.
it's done.
At least it's done.
But I'm pissed.
And I'm even more pissed that David Gordon, he's doing The Exorcist. It's gonna suck, right? If this was this bad, is The Exorcist gonna be better?
I feel like I don't get why anyone trusts this man to do anything at this
What
point.
is happening?
Because, and also, I mean,
Is it just because like he's kind of buddy with Jason Blum now, and so he's like, Blumhouse, I got this fucking IP, go for it, bud. Is that what's happening?
I don't know, man, but like we're gonna get into it. But I don't even think he's writing these movies.
Yeah.
That might be a crazy theory I have, like, but I don't think he's doing these. I don't know if you guys hear this, but Pepper is crying right now. He's not in danger or anything. He's sitting on a very plush bed right in front of us. There's like fur on this bed.
Everything's perfect. He's just pissed.
He has water next to him. I don't know what he's upset about. He's so close to us. I think maybe he's just trying to find his spot.
Yeah, he needs a spot to get comfy.
I think he's in a spot right now where he's gonna roll off once he gets comfortable.
As soon as he falls
but
asleep, yeah.
okay, well, we're gonna move on. Pepper's doing great out here. He's
Loves
doing
it.
great. He's wearing a spider costume.
He's a spider for Halloween.
You don't have a shirt on.
No,
I don't have a shirt on.
it was warm today.
It was pretty warm. I'm cooling off with 3 Coronas on my chest, and that's really how I'm running this episode. If you guys want to check this out real time, you can figure it out. This movie sucked.
It's a very bad movie.
Halloween Ends, I guess if you're listening to this in later time, just came out not too long ago, so we won't have a ton of information on this. We're really just going in on, and I'm cutting to the chase, and I think everyone else feels this way, so I don't think it even matters that we say this. We're going to do nothing but shit on this movie because this is easily one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I think that's just anyone who's watched it probably just wants to do that. They want the catharsis of someone else being like, no, you're right. This is dumb.
Because if you thought this movie sucked and you thought, oh, maybe I'm in the minority on this, no one else feels this way, I'm here to tell you that I'm pretty positive everyone in the world right now feels this way.
So many things are divisive, right? Like
It has a 5 on IMDb right now. A 5 out of 10.
even like the Rob Zombie ones, like they have their defenders and like the people who really like Rob Zombie shit. So like they like the Rob Zombie Halloweens. I think everyone knows this is bad.
It's very bad. It has a 2.3 on Letterboxd. I think you said the Rotten Tomatoes is at like a 20-something or...
It was low.
Right?
It
Like,
was low.
I don't remember what exactly it was, but
Yeah.
it's low. And also, I want to apologize real quick. If you guys hear coughing throughout this episode, it's not an if. When you hear coughing throughout this episode, just know that I am running on the driest throat in fucking Kentucky.
You're just dying.
I've-
You're dead at this point.
Honestly,
you're turning into a zombie.
It's going pretty bad. My throat is in shambles, so you will hear me coughing throughout the duration of this episode. And yeah.
I lied. I think there's one person on the earth who thinks this movie's good.
Who's that?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, she is like writing way too hard for these, and honestly, I'm sick of her. I know people are gonna be pissed about that statement. That one's gonna make people mad. I know everyone agrees with me that Halloween Ends and Kills sucks. Maybe they like 2018. That's fine. I think at this point, I don't ever want to see her in a movie again. I know that's a take, and it's not that I'm not going to watch her old movies again. I will.
Sure.
I'll watch the fuck out of Freaky Friday till the day I die.
Dude,
I will
Knives Out's a good movie.
never stop. I haven't seen Knives Out yet.
It's a good movie.
Is she good in it?
She's fine.
Okay. I'm just so pissed about how this all went down.
Here's the thing, specifically about like her like statements or tweets, like as a public figure. Let me just do that. It has become very clear to me that her opinion, in my eyes, holds about as much weight as someone like Stephen King. You know how Stephen King will come out and be like, I went and saw such and such movie. It was so fucking scary. And then you watch it and it's the worst fucking movie you've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about Jamie Lee Curtis's opinion at this
Okay.
point. Like, I still love her, but I feel like you are so famous and so detached from reality that your actual opinion just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know enough about her personal opinions and whatnot at this point. I don't follow all that stuff, but
I just mean like whenever she talks about a movie that she's in, I'm just like, because she.
that's what I mean, though. I don't even
anytime
follow
she's-
that shit.
Dude, anytime she's in something, she says it's the best shit that she's ever done, basically. Like every time she's in a new movie, she's like, "This is
Oh,
they
you know
pushed
what?
me and challenged me, and this is the greatest
Okay, never mind.
performance." And like she just
I
always
have
says that
seen
shit.
some of that then because I remember seeing her say that about Halloween Kills, and then I saw it and I was pissed.
Because she's barely fucking in it.
Dude, she is not in that movie at all. And when she is on that movie, she is just taking up screen time.
She ain't doing shit.
Because she's just sitting in a fucking hospital the whole time, just going, oh shit, this sucks. I think Michael's out there doing shit, dude. Like, that's all she does the whole movie. And she's like, damn, if only I could be there. What are you talking about? You're in the fucking movie.
But instead, she's building this love interest relationship.
Okay. And I'm still so pissed about that because that's all they do with this old ass guy with the worst smile. This is an ugly fucking man. I'm sorry. This guy looks like fucking my dog shit. This guy is disgusting. And his smile, it's easily more terrifying than Michael Myers at
It's
any
creepy,
point in this
man.
entire series.
He's a creepy looking motherfucker.
They spend the whole last movie with him sitting at her hospital bed. And then this movie, he runs up to her like in the grocery store like on accident. And he's like, oh, I'm so nervous. How's it going, stranger? I forgot they even knew each other until you reminded me. You were like, oh, that's the old. No, I think I asked you. I was like, is that the old guy from last movie? And when you said, yeah, I had to start putting it back together. And you had to remind me that he was the dude in the hospital.
They
because I
laid
forgot
next
that was a
to
thing.
each other for an entire fucking movie.
And then they start this movie
acting
like they don't know each other.
Yeah.
Like he's just like he sees her and it's a meet cute.
It's a meet cute.
It's a
It's
meet
exactly
cute in
a
the
meet
grocery
cute.
store. It's so aggravating.
like how have they not been talking to each other for the past 4 years that have passed?
Dude, and then like have they ever I feel like this guy's scared to kiss her on the cheek.
Oh yeah, he's terrified of
I
women.
don't know
for
what
sure.
this relationship is. Like I don't know what's going on. How is he introduced? How did he even come about?
Can we, if David Gordon Green is writing these movies, you know
Wait,
what David Gordon
hold
Green
on.
doesn't know how to do?
You know what's so funny though? Hold that thought for 1 second. On Horror Soup, Halloween 2018 has been covered. We half-ass covered Kills, but on Patreon because we didn't want to do a full episode because we didn't take notes. We were like, we just want to talk shit about this for a minute.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what we're gonna do right now. But we're now talking about the events in Halloween Kills a shit ton, but it's never been covered on the show. We're going straight to ends. That's ridiculous. That's actually insane. And this was a choice. You know what? Guys, no. You want to know why we did this? Because we were going to do 4. I
gonna
didn't
do
know for sure if James was going to come over
We were gonna do
last
4.
night. So I didn't watch the movie, and then he came over and he was pissed about Ends.
I watched Ends and I was just mad.
He had way more thoughts about that than 4, so he was like, let's just do Ends, and I was like, all right, I'll fucking watch it. Let's do that then. So now here we are. We're doing Ends.
It's the worst piece of
I think we're gonna do 4 next week.
Yeah, let's
But
get
we-
back to something decent.
But we were gonna do 4 and 5.
Right.
But then, should we just do Kills? Should we just do an actual Kills episode?
No, I'm not watching that movie again.
Dude, we have to though. We did. I mean, me and Bri did 2018, so you didn't. I know, but like, we just skip that around, and then we go back to 4 and ignore
man.
Kills, because you know what that means? That just means we're gonna have to watch Kills later when we go through the rest of the Halloween movies.
Because it also is giving
Oh shit.
Ends more credit than Kills, and as bad as Kills is, it's still better than Ends.
Kills is so bad. Like I watched that movie last year thinking that no Halloween movie could ever be worse than that. Ends is worse.
I came.
I
into
would probably
Ends
watch Kills
thinking,
again.
At least it'll be as bad as Kills, but no, it's so much worse.
It's somehow so much worse.
so much worse. So
And his whole fucking your David Gordon Green thing, I know.
I still got it.
The whole
I
thing.
got the point.
His whole fucking thing about Kills too was he was basically like, shit, who cares about Kills? I'm making a middle movie. It's all about the end.
Which isn't that
What's-
exactly
what-
what they said about The Last Jedi?
Yes. Maybe
So-
I'm actually just confusing it for that. Maybe that was just what what's his fucking
but
face said.
I still feel like that was true. And so my point being, maybe we don't need not everything needs to be a trilogy.
Well, just quit greenlighting trilogies right off the bat.
If you know you're gonna phone in the middle one and it's gonna suck, maybe don't do
then
it.
Don't make it. Make 2 movies.
Make 2 movies and make them both fucking great. Why is that so hard?
Dude, these movies make
Halloween
Rob
1,
Zombie's
Halloween
Halloweens
2.
look like gems. I might go back and have
I need
more
to.
fun.
I need
watch.
to.
I want to watch them back to back because I
need
might
to.
have more fun watching the Rob Zombies ones than
I've
these.
never watched Rob Zombies back to back.
I've watched them back to back many times and I've
Yeah.
hated them many times. I still feel like I might enjoy them, and maybe it's just because
Especially
there's 2 of
after
them
now.
versus 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, but holy shit, this movie sucked. I might watch this movie again just for the sake of, because I almost feel like you had fun watching it the second time.
I kinda
just
did have more
because-
fun the second
just because
time.
of how comical it was. You know, like
Yeah.
you already knew it was going to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So you were able to like wait for my reactions on certain parts.
That's the best part.
I feel like it might be fun just watching this thing again just to hate fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
But aside from that, like I will never enjoy this movie. Seriously.
I don't know if anyone can. There's nothing enjoyable about it.
It's really, really bad. Okay, your David Gordon Green thing. I'm sorry.
I don't think he knows how to do a love story.
No, of course he doesn't.
Because every time
He's tried to bring in love in every one of these
sucks
movies.
so bad.
And I know it's a horror movie, and yeah, love interests die. Nothing has been satisfying about any love interest throughout this entire series.
Every relationship in this trilogy has been so bad that I kind of feel bad for the writers. Like maybe they don't know what a good relationship looks like.
$20 to $30 million.
Oh
And
my
so
God.
far, it looks like the box office is at about 71.2. And that it's already at that? Okay, how many days ago did this come out in theaters? This is going to make a decent amount of money.
I'm so angry because I added to that number by seeing it in theaters.
Yeah, you did. That's
I'm-
why
I'm
I
mad
didn't
about
want
it.
to see it in theaters.
I'm very mad about it.
Yeah, I refused. I watched it on Peacock, and I guess I'm giving Peacock $5.99 a month just so I could watch a fucking Halloween movie every year, basically.
I spent
But-
$13 on this shit.
Oh, wait, no. Does Peacock have Beavis and Butt? No, that's Paramount. What
That's Paramount.
the fuck does Peacock have? Why am I still paying for
it's
this?
NBC. So fucking The Office.
They had, like, some other movie, maybe,
Parks
or-
and Rec.
I
That kind of
like.
shit.
I love those shows. Don't get me
I
wrong.
love
but
them, but I don't watch them anymore.
I don't want to pay just to watch those, and then Halloween ends.
Like, once upon a time, I would pay.
Peacock, don't
for
fucking
those,
sponsor
but
me.
I
You
don't
guys are
anymore.
assholes.
Yeah, fuck Peacock.
Stop fucking sponsoring Halloween.
Get good shit,
Like,
Peacock.
stop. If you support David Gordon Green, I don't support you. I'm canceling my Peacock membership from how bad that movie
my
fucking
God.
sucked. Fuck you, Peacock. You guys are dicks. I don't care if I'm burning bridges. This is stupid.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that shit sucked. And it's already made more than double of its money back, at least. If it's $20 million, it's already made fucking
See,
triple
and
of
this
its money
is the
back.
bullshit because this happens and then, Blumhouse can sit back and roll around in their money and be like, yeah, we'll do another one.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why Blumhouse has been going forever, because everyone's like, oh fuck yeah, Blumhouse, and then they watch a Blumhouse movie and they're like, maybe I don't like Blumhouse that much.
Dude, it's
And
turning into
Blumhouse-
Lionsgate.
And that's the thing too. Like Blumhouse has put out a good amount of horror movies. Like, and they
Has?
put out some pretty decent shit. I'd say it's like half and half though, you know? Like it's not like
They're getting too big.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's been half and half, I feel like
has been half and half.
since they ever came out, you know?
Yeah,
Like
I
I feel like they started off like fairly strong and it was like, okay, these are like pretty good. And people were
Right.
like, yeah, I like Blumhouse. And they started making shit, but I feel like people just remember like when they made like good stuff the first few
Yeah.
times and they were like, oh yeah, Blumhouse is cool. And now they're just they're on their fucking high horse, dude. They're
They're
giving
on their
David
fucking
Gordon
high
Green all the
horse.
money in the world. And like for what?
Bro, I don't think you noticed this, but in the new Blumhouse like pre-roll.
Is that Megan movie? That's Blumhouse too, right?
Yeah, I think
Because
so.
everything James Wan is Blumhouse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
He loves the Blums.
He does.
Fuck. Man. That
you know-
shit's gonna suck.
Like when they play like a logo, and it used to be like the chair spinning or something, and then it like backs out of
it's
the
not
house.
that anymore?
It still has that a little bit, but the way it opens up, it's looking through a window, and it's like the silhouette of Michael Myers.
Oh.
Like they added that into their intro because this is such a huge deal for them.
Wait, for
And-
like every movie?
yeah,
Like just in general?
it's in front of the Megan trailer
No, really? That's crazy.
because this is part of their brand now.
That's crazy.
It pisses me off.
That's pretty wild.
I don't like it.
So really, I mean, there aren't many cast changes in this one either, right? I feel like there weren't that many. It's like it's just Allison and Jamie. We have obviously
A new
like I mean,
character.
there's the new guy, but
Yeah.
that's it, right? Like there's no one else that's really that notable in
Yeah,
this.
you got the bullies, you got the new guy's family. Every new character is tied to Corey somehow.
You had a really good call out, and it's about the bullies, and it's how like 2022 bullies are so different. We got a dude that looks like skinny Oliver Tree running around that's like beating ass, and I don't get it. Like it's like I love Oliver Tree, cool guy. I don't see him as the guy who's like fucking throwing me off a bridge and beating my ass.
Dude, it is so it's a new world.
Things
Gen
done
Z
changed.
bullies are a new world.
Things done
Because I would have
changed,
got
man.
my ass kicked for having that haircut.
But now he's kicking ass because you don't have the haircut,
I
dude.
know, right?
You get your ass beat for not having that haircut now, dude.
It's a whole new world, man.
It's crazy, dude. Okay, and one of the issues, I know I just like blanket statemented this earlier,
Yep.
but I don't think David Gordon Green is writing these movies, and it's because Halloween 2018 feels like him and Danny McBride were kind of going in on that. They were like, yeah, let's try something. Like, let's fuck with this.
Yeah.
Still so crazy. You reminded me today that Danny McBride is involved with this. I remember that being a thing when 2018 came out. I thought he was done. I thought he was like, you know what? Nah, I'm bored. You know, like I never heard anything about that. It was just kind of like a random assumption I had.
I can't believe that he's a co-writer. He is a co-producer. Like he's part of this shit.
Yeah.
So maybe he's partially to blame as well.
Dude, he had to abandon it. Like, he's not.
Oh god,
Dude,
it's
Danny
so
McBride
bad.
is funny as fuck.
He's funny, dude.
Very funny man.
And that's what's crazy about this movie. You could say, because that was the problem, right? Like this team came in, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride. They've done tons of comedy together, and they're like, "Hey, we get it. We're a comedy duo, but we fucking love Halloween.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it right." And yeah, we might write in some jokes, but there's some jokes in the original Halloween.
This might be a take, but this is how I feel about famous people that say they really love a series and they want to do it right.
Yeah.
You love it too much, and you need to stay the fuck away from it.
You always need to stay away from it.
You need to, if you really like something, do the exact fucking opposite. Because you know what? Rob Zombie said the same shit about maybe it's
Right.
just don't touch a fucking Halloween movie if you really love Halloween.
Because I don't think anyone really knows what it's supposed to be.
No, and that's fine.
And so what's happened with this one is a lot of the reasons that I hate this one, people are like, "Oh no, but you don't understand because it's the Halloween 3 of the David Gordon Green trilogy." And I'm like, "Yeah, but remember when Halloween 3 came out and you all hated it? So why did he do it again?"
yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Because
We already established
Halloween 3 didn't have Michael, bro.
We already established with Kills what this trilogy should look like, and instead you're like, "Oh no, I'm homaging Halloween 3 because it's kind of like an anthology." No. You already chose to make this story about Michael Myers.
Yeah.
You already made that decision. You have to follow through with it.
And really,
You can't decide in the last movie, "Oh, Michael doesn't really matter anymore."
wait, you know what's crazy though? I feel like a hypocrite now because
I know.
I really love Halloween 3, but also like it was the same thing. The first time I watched it, like I didn't know because I was a lot younger and I just turned it on. I was like, oh fuck, where's Michael? Like what's going on?
Yeah.
But now watching this movie, I turned it off about 40 something minutes through because Michael never shows up. He's not on the screen. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I guess maybe this one's different.
It's different.
At least
It is
Halloween,
different.
Halloween 3 was Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. Yeah, maybe it's different and you think it's going to be about that. But you know what? This is Halloween Ends, you know, like with this whole thing about Michael Myers being around stuff. Like they already made it known that Michael's going to be around.
Yeah.
So I was watching it and I swear to God. So James, the first time I watched this and I told you, I'm watching it. I'm about 40 minutes in.
The first time you watched it before I had even seen it.
I did. Before you even went to theaters and saw it. And I told you, I turned it off because I said, quote unquote, I'm not sure what's going on, but I think that this new, what's his name, Corey or something? Corey? This new kid, Clayton, I think he's turning into Michael Myers. And I was wrong, but I'm also right about that.
You might, if they would have just been like, okay, Michael died but was like reborn in this kid because of trauma or something, and like the curse of the evil of Michael will like jump hosts.
I might have bought that.
That would have been better.
Yeah, better for sure.
That would have been better.
Like I don't know if I would have been
That's
like
still kinda
perfectly okay
stupid,
with
but
it,
it's better.
but it's better than what happened. This movie is like, it's like Michael and his gimp, but his gimp isn't in a gimp suit, and the gimp is beating his ass.
Just beating his ass.
And it makes no sense. And also, Michael's a dog.
Michael's a
Can
dog
I just
in
say
this
that
movie.
right now? Like, we'll elaborate more, but they turned Michael into a dog.
He's quite literally a canine.
He's kicking when he's dreaming. He's whimpering. He's fucking like doing weird shakes after like it's like you know when a dog humps and they kind of just like fucking like fucking flicker back and forth. That's what he does.
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
He kills a guy and jizzes in his pants.
Dude, and I already knew about that scene before we got to it, and shout out the horror show because Joe specifically shared something, and I don't even think he like caught onto it at first. I think if I remember what I saw is that a listener sent it to him. They were like, "Hey, did you see that scene where Michael jizzed in his pants?" And then he posted a clip of it, and I was like, "Oh no, he's coming in his pants right now."
Like, that's clearly what's happening. There's no other reasonable explanation. I was like, is he rejuvenating because of the kill? But I don't think we're going that deep with it. Like, he just jizzed in his pants.
It's repulsive. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. And not because he's coming. Just because why?
Because why? There's so many whys. And I think there's a lot of whys about Michael in this movie. One of the things I told you that I hated is I feel like you can hear so much more of his grunting and breathing and just like gutturals.
Whimpering.
His dog whining.
And when I say whimpering, I'm not like a human crying. I'm going like, like he's doing that at one point in the movie. It's aggravating. It is very aggravating. One of the guys that wrote this is named Paul Brad Logan.
Why does this guy have
And
3 first names?
I didn't realize he wrote it. I remember when we popped on the movie, I saw it on the screen and I went, well, that's a fucking dumb name. It turns out the guy, he probably ghost wrote this movie because, okay, again, I keep popping off. That's my theory. I think
let's jump into that.
Yeah, I think Danny McBride and fucking David Gordon Green kind of wrote, or maybe mostly wrote, because there is one other writer on the one. He probably helped a little bit. I don't know. I think it's just David Gordon Green's friends too, and maybe Danny McBride's friends. I don't know whose friends they are.
Yeah.
But they haven't done shit, so it's just someone's friend for sure.
Yeah. I remember being super pissed in Halloween Kills, seeing that third name, and then I looked that guy up, and I was like, how the fuck does someone get a writing credit on just such a big... I understand if it's a small thing. Like, David Gordon Green's making an indie horror flick, and he's like, oh, my buddy hasn't written anything. I'm going to let him, do some scenes. How do they get on these massive budget productions like that? Like, who is just letting that shit slide? People who haven't worked on anything, and they get to work on something as iconic as Halloween?
Why does Paul Brad Logan dress the way he does?
I hate that.
He looks like a fool.
Of course he's from fucking Midland, Texas.
This guy's from Texas?
Yep.
And he dresses like that?
Of fucking course he does.
You know how hot it is in Texas, you fool?
They all dress like that in Texas, bro.
What an idiot. But yeah, they haven't done shit. There's fucking friends, and I think that after the first movie, David Gordon Green maybe writes a line or two in the movie. Same with Danny McBride.
Yeah.
And I think there's people just ghostwriting this because I don't think they give a shit. These three movies
got their money.
Feel so... They're all solar opposites from each other.
Complete different.
Kills. Like, when it came out, I was dumbfounded because I rewatched 2018 right before I watched Kills, and they're completely different movies.
The tone, the dialogue, the way the plot is structured, it's
even just like the pickups or the end when there's just like fucking those faces flashing on the screen, like as if it was like I still know what you did last summer, like movie cover, you know, like a 90s or late 90s, early 2000s movie cover. You know, it's just famous people on a cover when it's a black background. They look kind of blurry, but they're all looking in a different direction.
Yeah.
They did that, but in the movie. And what the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? And then this movie, they get obsessed with this like
Flashbacks, the fucking brain blast.
They do
dude.
the brain blast.
They're brain blasting like Jimmy Neutron every 5 minutes.
But then also,
I'm over exaggerating, but it's stupid.
these narrations with Jamie Lee
Curtis is doing a Sex in the City, like writing and reading out her memoirs in her head, probably for 20 minutes of the movie.
And we've never done anything like that in any of the other films. Like, why is that a plot device all of a sudden?
Not just in these movies, in any Halloween ever.
Like, why is that such an important part of this film?
It's not. I'll answer that for you right now. It's not important. It's fucking stupid. I don't know whose decision this was, but it is so stupid. Another guy that wrote this was Chris Bernier. Also doesn't matter.
Nope.
And yeah, we got
Sorry,
fucking
Chris.
David Gordon Green. So yeah, this is already making money, has terrible ratings. We're pissed. I guess let's get into the actual movie. Wait, hold on. Who's the new fucking guy? Corey. He's played by Rowan Campbell. What else is this guy done?
Has he done anything else?
I don't know, but okay. I'm again going to berate someone's physical appearance. This is an ugly motherfucker.
He's an ugly dude.
And I know, like, you know, some people, like, they listen to a podcast, and once you, like, berate someone's physical appearance, they instantly shut it off. You can shut it off. I'm going to shit on these people because, oh, my God. If you're in a movie, look better. You know? Unless you're playing Rocky Dead. Don't look. I know you guys can't see what's on the screen right now, but this guy's fucking 2013 MySpace shot on his goddamn IMDb.
Scroll down to his known for.
I'm so pissed, dude.
He's in that new Hardy Boys movie. He's in the Snowpiercer show. Not the movie.
The Hardy
though,
Boys
just
isn't the
show.
Hardly Boys, right? That's wait, no. Is that the
Hardy Boys?
dude? The Hardy Boys. They made a live action of the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that solve mysteries.
Yeah.
You got me fucked
They've
up.
been doing live action Nancy Drews forever. It's
Wait,
about
is
time
he
the Hardy
one of the
Boys get some
Hardys?
love. I don't think so.
Dude, yes, he is.
Is
He's
he a
the
Hardy
main
boy?
Hardy. He's
He's
Frank
a Hardy
Hardy.
boy?
Yes, he's Frank Hardy, dude.
He's the
Look
Hardy
at
boy.
the left side, dude. You can
Oh my
look
God,
at that
he looks
stupid
terrible.
fucking face, dude. He's a Hardy boy, dude.
No wonder I didn't watch that shit. This guy looks awful.
They did a live action iZombie.
Yeah, it's actually pretty
Wait,
good.
it's a TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, I'll give him that. He's in Supernatural.
He's in that though?
Yeah, apparently.
I don't remember him being in it. I only watched the first couple
He's
seasons.
probably just a side character or something. He might not even be like a main thing.
This dude sucks.
I don't recognize anything he's in. I just looked through all of his shit, and I don't recognize a single thing. I guess he's in the Hardy Boys.
Maybe it was the script. I mean, I'd give him a chance in a different movie, but
I'm not. This is the only thing
feel
I've
like
ever
he
seen the guy
sucks.
in. I'm not going to completely knock him off, but I hated his performance in and you know what? And this is a really big thing for me too. I feel like I usually don't call people ugly or call them out for being ugly unless I really hate their role.
yeah.
And maybe that's a shitty thing of me to do, but I don't know. I notice someone's physical flaws when they act terribly in a movie that shouldn't have the acting prowess that were presented to me.
I think that people probably don't understand that when you say ugly, you don't always literally mean just like, oh, their face is ugly. You just mean that like there's something about them that is ugly. His dad is
just
an ugly motherfucker.
Sometimes,
but he fits the role so well that it's fine.
Sometimes it's just, for me at least, I like how you're like explaining and defending me for me. Sometimes though, in a movie, like Sometimes I actually don't even think someone's ugly. Maybe sometimes, because I've said this before, I'll think someone's ugly in a role, and I'll just discount them for the rest of my life. I'm like,
Right.
oh, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
That's how I feel about this kid a little bit.
like, you can bring
I
yourself-
want to give him another chance.
You can bring
but-
yourself back, but you got to prove yourself after this, especially after a Halloween Ends kind of bullshit.
Dude, you know what would be the ultimate is if he gets casted in like some Spider-Man movie after this.
Dude. Dude. I could
As
see
like
them.
fucking
No.
a villain or something, or alternate universe Spider-Man
They're just going to cast him as Spider-Man.
as Peter Parker.
Yes. He is going to be Spider-Man.
He's gonna replace Tom Holland.
Yes, 100%.
I'll be so mad.
I guess, or Eddie Brock. They'd give him like an Eddie Brock type thing,
I think
right?
he might be able to do an Eddie Brock.
Maybe.
And maybe it's okay. He might be able to do an Eddie Brock.
I don't know. After this performance, I could never see him bullying someone.
Oh, that's true.
So no, I'm not. He
Yeah.
can't be Eddie Brock,
he
at
got
least
his
in my
ass
eyes.
kicked by a bunch of fucking marching
Dude, he
band
got his
kids.
ass kicked by fucking Oliver Tree.
Dude, did you catch that they said they're in the marching band?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
They're literally in the marching band?
That guy has a Letterman's jacket, and you think that like, oh, he's a cool, tough.
It's for the
football
marching
player.
band?
It's for. He says we're in the marching band, man, and that's why Oliver, what the fuck, his haircut has drumsticks all the time.
Yo, shout out Rick Moose, though. That's a sexy motherfucker.
That's what I'm telling.
That guy's sick. And
But
also,
like, he's an ugly. He's a
Yeah,
Ron
he
Jeremy looking
looks
motherfucker.
terrible, but
He's got
hold
all
on.
these skin tags
Wait,
everywhere,
wait.
but he fits his role so
hey,
well.
wait, yo, you gotta chill. I got skin tags.
Dude, it's
I got a lot.
it totally works for him. He owns the role,
Dude.
and like he's a badass.
We should do an episode where I remove my skin tags by
Ew.
ripping them off.
God no!
Like we just
Why?
sit here and I'll rip
We're not
them,
doing that.
I'll rip them off with my fingers
Please,
one by
no.
one, like they're little like they're like cherries, and I'm ripping them off the stem.
Ew, stop.
Okay.
Yeah, Rick Moose is the most believable part of this entire film.
That guy was cool, and honestly, didn't see much of him.
I
But
know.
I was fine with it.
And everything about him too, like his reactions to shit, his little office at his junkyard is so real with like the cat jumping on the old ripped up fucking leather couch behind him. Like
That's good stuff, man.
the fact that he stays at the fucking junkyard like late at night instead of going home so he doesn't have to deal with this crazy ass wife.
Yeah, I mean
Just
that's
everything about him is perfect.
that's the most dad thing in the world. Oh, he's from Queens.
Oh, dude, so
Dude,
he's legit.
he's hanging out with J. Jonah Jameson, dude.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dude.
That's a good photo, Devontae.
That's good stuff, man.
Producer
that's
Cleveland
good
coming
stuff.
through with the good shit.
Love that. Okay, anyway, let's get into this. Let's talk about Corey because we get introduced to him at a house. He's at a rich couple's house. He's watching their child. This rich girl's like, hey, so, this kid's been having a lot of nightmares. He's afraid of the dark ever since Michael Myers did his thing the previous year. Immediately, this guy's
Right.
like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to be real good to him. Starts showing him, what was it, the thing?
Yeah.
He tosses the thing on. Probably shouldn't do that. Pretty horrifying movie, especially if you're young.
Yeah.
I loved it when I was young. I'm not going to lie. But if
If
this
a kid is already wetting the bed and having nightmares, probably.
and you live in
Probably don't.
Haddonfield and there's an actual murderer that like runs out and like does that stuff in your neighborhood.
Right, which we know that this is 2019, so that means that it is the same Halloween as Halloween Kills, right? Is that how that works?
Is it?
I believe so.
I have no idea when this timeline is
I believe so.
or when it takes place.
That beginning part was while Halloween Kills was happening.
So
and
is this like
then
days later?
This takes place 4 years after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. That's fine then.
So we flash back to 2019 in the beginning, but then we get caught up to current day.
Okay. Don't care. It doesn't change the movie at all.
No.
Okay. So, yeah. At one point, this kid's looking in the fridge. James wanted to talk shit on him because like he passes up a beer in the fridge for chocolate milk. There's some thing where like some unspoken thing where he just seems to love chocolate milk
Yep.
because he buys some from the gas station later. I think it's just because he's like, oh, remember when I killed a kid? Now I'm gonna buy some chocolate milk. We'll get into that. He's gonna kill.
I
a
mean,
kid in a
chocolate
second.
milk's kind of fire, though, right? Like,
Well, he's gonna kill a kid in a second. This guy, he passes up a Heineken for the chocolate milk. So really,
there's
Heineken in my fridge. It's never gonna get touched.
yeah.
It's
I'm not drinking it.
It's gonna get thrown away before it gets touched. So I mean, let's be reasonable. He made the right choice.
Yeah, I probably would have went for the chocolate milk too.
But then, you know, he gets into a hide and seek thing with this kid. He's trying to get him to go to bed. The kid locks him in a closet and is just doing the thing where he's like, ha ha, you're in a closet. This teenage boy, he's like 21, right? He's at least 21.
He is 21 years old.
Way too old to be as pissed and like freaking out as much about being locked in a closet in a rich person's house with no one there aside from like a 7-year-old with you. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I'd be like, hey, you're an asshole. Open it up. Also, you have your phone and it's like, is it 2022 in this?
2019.
2019, fuck. You still have TikTok, right? Wasn't TikTok out in 2019?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 2020, 2019? I don't remember the timeline. Whatever.
It was out by then.
Bro, he has fucking
If nothing, you got Instagram.
Just fucking watch a YouTube video or something.
Seriously.
The parents are going to be home very soon.
And he even says it. He's like, hey, your parents are going to be home soon. We're both going to get in trouble. If he just like chilled, the parents would cut home to their kid being an asshole.
Exactly. He'd be like, hey, your asshole kid locked me in the closet while I was looking for him. He ran off for a second. And then they'd be like, oh, you're grounded. Here's $100 to you,
Instead,
babysitter.
you have a panic attack and kill the kid.
Instead, he fucking starts screaming bloody murder. Open this door, blah, blah, blah.
I want to kill you.
Literally says, I'm going to kill you as the parents are walking in the door.
It's so fucking dumb.
Which also, like, in that context, it's crazy that he didn't go to jail forever.
Yeah.
Because they literally
heard him say, I'm going to kill you. And
you
then
know
this kid fell from fucking 3 stories up.
And you know this rich family. Maybe it's because they have cameras, actually.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But then again, the mom's still so pissed at him later. Like, maybe she should have been like, oh, I guess it was an accident.
Well,
I don't know.
She didn't want him to get off. He got off with aggravated something. I can't remember. They say it. The cop says it.
They did? Okay.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
like,
remember.
Mr. Aggravated Assault over here or something like that. But yeah. She
You're talking about when the
him.
cop walks in with him and Allison hanging out and all that? Yeah.
Yeah, he makes a reference to it, but she clearly wanted him to go to jail, and he didn't.
Why did Allison and the cop boyfriend break up? Was that last movie? I don't even remember. Apparently they're broken up now.
It's not last movie. They don't do shit because real boyfriend from high school died last movie. So she had a boyfriend in that movie most of the film.
Oh, yeah, you're right. And he
gets,
died.
Yeah, he gets killed towards the end.
Yeah.
And then all we get about this relationship with the cop is he pulls her over and is like, it's the prettiest girl in town. Dur, 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 dur.
I wish more of her boyfriends would die. I'm sick of her.
She does have terrible taste in men.
She has terrible taste in acting. I'm not as mad at her as I am at the lead in Scream.
Yeah.
In Scream 5.
Yeah.
But I really, really hate her. And I really hate that she's been in 3 of these movies now because she, again, does nothing. I feel like I'd actually say she does more than Jamie Lee Curtis, though.
Bro, I'm just saying, and I know that I have a very, like, messed up view of this because I've been watching a lot of Halloween movies lately.
Oh, yeah, and he kicks this kid off the roof, or off the, like, 10th floor, and he flies down and smashes his head. Go on.
Decent kill,
go
though.
on. No, it's all right. We don't have to talk. Go on.
Decent kill, though.
He's dead.
Like, the way they kill a kid in the first 5 minutes of the movie, not bad.
Also, though, let me bring it back. I don't give a fuck about them killing kids anymore. I'm pretty sure they kill a kid in every one of these Halloweens. At this point, they're using it as a thing where they're like, look, we can kill kids.
We're not afraid to kill
all right,
kids.
At this point, you've killed 13 kids.
You got to up the ante.
It does nothing to me. Remember, wasn't it in Halloween 2018 where they killed like 5 in a row that are on like a swing set or something?
I think that was kills.
Okay.
Because they put they have the Halloween 3 masks on them.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was 2018 because I remember the Halloween 3 mask the most
we
from
see
that,
them,
but it comes
then they
back
die
and
later.
kills.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. You keep killing kids, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, usually when you see a movie and they kill a kid or something, it's like, oh shit, that's crazy. If you do it over and over again, why does it matter?
Yeah.
It loses all of its all of its kick, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the same way as like superheroes dying. Like, if you keep bringing them back, I don't care about them dying anymore.
Yeah,
it
you
has
do
no weight.
You do it. It's like when Goku dies over and over again, you know, and it's like, all right, like,
oh, he's gotta run down the fucking road again.
it's like that whole joke where like, you know, like when Gohan like finds out that like Goku died, he's like, oh shit, that's crazy. He's gonna be back in like a week, so like, does it really matter?
Oh yeah, that is an actual line in the show, isn't it?
Yeah,
I remember that.
So who gives a shit?
Yep.
I don't care
Who
anymore.
gives a shit about these kids
Kill
dying?
another kid. It's not gonna make a difference. I don't give a shit, dude. You did in the first 5 minutes. Obviously, you don't give a fuck anymore. You're so used to it.
Yeah. They don't care anymore.
That's just what they're falling back on now. Okay, go ahead.
I kind of forgot where I was going.
Cool, because
But
this
it's
movie
fine.
sucks. There's no consistency to anything.
Oh, shit. I remember exactly where I'm going.
Okay.
Allison. I just got done watching Halloween 4, where Danielle Harris is 11 and acts her ass off as Jamie Lloyd. And then I have to watch this shit where the best I get is Allison.
It's very true.
Like, come on.
It is very true.
Danielle Harris was 11.
Danielle Harris is still fucking awesome. I love
Dude.
her.
I know I should probably save this for when we talk about Halloween 4. Danielle Harris is fucking awesome.
He's a badass through and through.
Mm-hmm.
Through and through. You know who else is a badass through and through? Corey, because he knows everything about fixing cars. We talk about that scene where this chick, dude, Alice, the way that Allison and Corey get together, because I guess if you didn't get it by now, Allison and Corey, the new guy, are going to be together. You probably got it, but if you didn't, that's the, straightforward of it.
And that's 75% of the movie. It's
It's-
just them being together.
It's all the movie. It's the whole movie is Allison seeing every red flag in the world as someone whose mother was just murdered last movie, and someone who's been a fucking idiot who's been like ignoring Jamie Lee Curtis, has been like, hey, Michael Myers is coming this whole time.
Right.
She's been ignoring her the whole time, which I guess there's a whole thing where I guess, she's paranoid for years and blah, blah, blah. He never comes around. Then he finally comes around. Whatever. We're seeing the side where he does come around. So really, the rest of her life does not affect me because that's not what I'm experiencing in the movie.
This is the problem. When you have a thing like Michael Myers happening, and you spend your whole life being like, grandma's crazy, grandma's crazy, grandma's crazy, but then she's right one time. She only has to be right once. For you to die, your boyfriend to die, your friend who hit on you to try to take you to the prom to die.
And now let's
and
move
your
on
parents.
to this. All that has happened.
All that has happened.
Every one of those things has happened, and you're still ignoring red flags.
I would say, Grandma, you have always been right. Tell me what to do about this man in my life. And she
Yes.
would say, I'm pretty sure he's going to murder you. And you say, you're probably right.
And instead, Grandma goes, I think he's going to murder you. And she goes, you bitch! You piece of shit! Get out of my life!
It's your fault my parents are dead.
The fact that she ends this movie leaving town.
Such bullshit.
Your parents died last movie. Leave town last movie.
Why? Why did she need to wait for Michael die to leave? Oh, sorry. Michael dies.
It does
This
not
movie
matter.
sucks.
Does not matter. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Okay, but the intro to this whole thing is what's her name? Kelsey? Allison. Allison goes, hey, my car's rattling. And this guy goes, oh, yeah, it's your exhaust fumes rattling. Yeah, it's your exhaust clips. I'll just re-clip them. It's no big issue. Doesn't ask anything else like, where's the rattling? What kind? Like, what are you hearing? Where's it coming from or anything? He just goes, yeah, exhaust clips. I have never told anyone in my life that there's something wrong with my car, and I've never had the immediate response, it's your exhaust clips.
Exhaust clips.
Even if that was
two
the
screws,
issue.
I'll fix it for you in 5 minutes. How do you know that?
The fuck is he talking about?
How do you know that?
Dude,
For a fact.
rattling from a car
Could be a
can
lot of
be
things.
So many things. She was not descriptive at all. She said,
No, she
my
just said it
car's
makes a
rattling.
rattle sound.
He goes, yeah, exhaust clips. Was it his first day on the job? Did he just learn that exhaust clips could make a rattle? Like
That they exist.
Is that what we're supposed to assume? It's not that he's a genius. We're supposed to assume right off the bat, oh, you're an idiot.
I hope so.
You're fucking stupid.
I don't think he's smart.
Oh, he's not. He is not. He kicked a door open and fucking sent. I guess we didn't even explain that. He kicks the door open and the kid flies off and dies. Whatever. This is so stupid.
dumb. So fucking dumb.
So at one point, Jamie Lee Curtis says something about grief showing, or about showing grief
Show
for
grief
tits.
your tits.
She says, "Show grief your tits." I don't know who wrote that. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. I don't know how she didn't argue. Did she make the line? Because there's no way. I don't give a fuck how much you're paying me for a movie. If anyone ever handed me the script and it said, and she kind of moves around too and shakes her tits with it.
Yeah.
If they say, show grief your tits, and it's supposed to be serious, like it's not a joke,
Yeah.
you couldn't pay me enough to do that.
So I don't understand.
And I'm a fucking sellout.
Why isn't this
You
movie
couldn't
funny?
pay me enough for that.
Is this movie trying to be funny?
Because Danny McBride didn't write it. because it was ghost written by two people that had directed one episode or wrote one episode of a Hulu anthology series that's no one's ever heard of, not even Into the Dark.
Right.
Something else.
Yeah. Not even the thing that we actually have heard of.
No. And then some other guy who's never done shit.
Like, that's what I don't get. Like, Halloween 2018 was funny. Like, it's like, oh, they did have comedic writers on this. There were some decent jokes.
Well, that kid that they bring into the end of the movie, like, the fucking kid that's like, no, I'm not going down there with
Fucking
Michael Myers.
comedy gold.
That kid's funny as fuck.
If you're going to bring him back, let him talk.
Even when I hated that movie, I loved his role. It was hilarious.
That scene was great.
Like, those were those moments where you could tell, like, oh, Danny McBride is writing on this.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, nah, dude, he left.
So why isn't Halloween Kills funny?
He wasn't even on the set.
Why isn't Halloween Ends funny? I think there's something to that theory, man. I don't know.
I don't think either of them wrote it. It's going to come out in like 10,
I hope
15
so.
years. And
it
they're
will
going to
make
go,
so much more sense.
they're going to go, yeah, this was ghost written.
They'll say, yeah, no, we just had a ton of fucking money and we didn't care.
They're going
Like-
to say, we started writing this, and then we're like, let's move it on to someone else.
Right.
Like, let's outsource for this. They are, because
That's what it feels like.
Well,
it feels like they're like, yeah, no, let's just outsource this.
and I want to
shit.
know the specifics of this too, because I don't know, like they have to get a cut of the box office or something like that, so they probably want to make money. But also, it's probably at the point where they already know they're going to make money either way, so it doesn't matter. But I feel like David Gordon Green and like Danny McBride got like a sign-on bonus. You know, they were like, you're doing these 3, we're giving you at least this much.
I think anytime, that's what I also didn't like about Halloween Kills.
When you're signing on for 3 movies, like they have to do something like that, right?
That's what I hated about them announcing 3 movies. I never want you to announce 3 movies because I don't want the creators to know that they're going to get a chance at a third. I want them to give me their all.
You want them to work for it.
I want them to give me their all on the second and fucking earn the budget for a third movie.
And no, we're not saying you're a fucking snowflake, dude. We're not saying like you don't get a participation trophy, but when it comes to Halloween, you don't.
You don't.
Like, just make a.
In my opinion, when it comes to movies, you don't.
Show me some cool shit, you know?
I mean, was that
And then make whatever you want.
was that on recording or not when we said not everything needs to be a trilogy? Like maybe this didn't need to be a trilogy.
To me, the way movies go is make something cool, and I want you to keep making more.
That's so
it.
hard?
Like
That's
that
what's
is
happening with
all
Nope.
it comes down to, dude.
That's exactly what's happening with Jordan Peele and Nope. This
Yeah.
dude, he's never
No.
made a sequel.
Not even that. With everything else, he made Get Out, he made Us, he made Nope. Everything he has made, and Twilight Zone. Everything. I haven't seen the Twilight Zone, so I can't speak for that. His version, that is.
I like it.
But
I know a lot of people don't.
so
but it's
far,
fun.
everything he's made, at least feature film wise, has been incredible. It's all been.
But have you heard about Nope getting a sequel?
No.
This dude's never made a sequel. People finally were like, hey, Nope's like really fucking like, would you do a sequel? And he's like, out of all my movies, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he fucking
That's cool.
earned it. He
Yeah.
fucking earned it.
It actually just gave me chills saying that Nope would get a sequel. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you can see like on my pores or anything
You're
on the
like,
video side,
"Ooh."
but no, that actually like that gave me like feelings.
And the dude fucking earned it. And like, so that's what I don't like about this. These big companies coming in, especially when it's a big IP that's already established, and they're like, that's what I don't like about Marvel. Like, we announced 12 movies for phase 17 or whatever the fuck they're on. And I'm like, make these people earn their fucking spot.
Yeah, I wanted to, for a long time, I was on that side where I just defend everything Marvel does, but honestly, in the past few years, I've been caring less and less.
Yeah. It just keeps getting, I mean, fatigue, I don't know. It's just, there's a lot. There's a lot.
I think the biggest issue for me is just, it's hard to keep up with,
Yeah.
you know? But anyway, Jamie Lee Curtis says something about showing grief for tits. She was scooping pumpkin guts out of a pumpkin. She throws the guts on the floor, and then we cut to a plate of spaghetti. I thought she threw spaghetti on the floor. You made me physically rewind it because I thought
It's such nonsense.
I didn't know it. Like that's the okay.
You were like, where'd she get that spaghetti?
Well, I didn't say where'd she get that spaghetti. I said why did she throw spaghetti on the floor? Specifically, because I didn't understand what the point of that was.
Yeah.
Now that I know it's pumpkin guts, I still don't understand the point of it.
Let's make a quick note about the editing choices.
Of
this movie.
The cuts, because they're doing this thing where, you know, sometimes it's cool when you cut from something that looks like something to a different thing.
Right.
But you don't have to do that all the time.
They do these transition jump cuts multiple
But that's
times.
the thing. They don't do that in any other movie. They don't do the fucking flashbacks. They don't do the memoirs. This is written by David Gordon Green did not touch
tonally
this.
different. It's so tonally different.
Every single movie in this trilogy is a different film.
I agree.
Completely. And not just like they're taking different artistic liberties. These are different movies.
They're different movies.
So I don't know why pumpkin guts are spaghetti, but they are. I wrote I don't remember what this means, but I wrote Southern meat guy says nice and lean. I remember a guy saying nice and lean. I just don't remember the full context.
Dude, it was just so old man is getting meat at the grocery store.
Oh my god, that was that guy that was talking in the weirdest fucking accent.
Yeah.
Like he was talking in tongues.
He was I don't know where they found that dude.
It was like, oh, nice and lean, nice and lean. Like I don't even.
Nice and lean. And like,
That's
what
what
are
it
you
was.
talking about?
He went, oh, nice and lean. Right down there, you want to get a slice of the meat? I was going gasolina with it for a second, but you're right. He was like going, hey, now
Dude,
with the thing.
This guy was Alabama, and I mean, I know that they say Haddonfield's supposed to be Southern Illinois, and I know that can get pretty hick, but I mean, Jesus, this guy's definitely kissed his cousin, right?
I'm out of beer.
No, you're not. You dumped 3 beers into that.
I'm out of beer. I have no more beer left.
The keg's tapped out.
Dude, I put 3 beers into my chest pouch.
You're done, bro.
Dude, we're barely into. We've said so much about this without like talking about the. I've been skipping a lot.
This
of
is what happens when we're pissed off.
when
about
we're
shit.
really like
Because this is
genuinely.
kind of what happened with fucking Underworld too. It's just
Okay, this guy.
I'm so excited for this note.
This guy's daughter got him Rosetta Stone, and now he's learning Japanese. So that means Jamie Lee Curtis likes him. That's what I read.
That's pretty much what happens. Because the dialogue in this movie is just fucking nonsense.
What are they talking about?
I don't know. Why do I care about him learning Japanese? Why is that even in the script?
Wait.
This
James.
man does nothing the entire movie. He's not a main character. He's not a hero. He doesn't do shit.
I think I had a stroke during this next note because I said, why be rude is wrong with Corey standing like a fool?
Why be rude as fuck?
Dude, I have a stroke.
Is that when he's getting bullied?
I don't know.
I don't know when that is.
What is happening? What was I? There were so many times where me and you were talking and like screaming while we were watching it, and I was
That's
trying to
true.
write notes at the same time. I think I just lost myself with that one.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of you saying, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, I know.
Okay, so Corey's out at a bar with Allison. They're partying and shit.
The party scene.
He runs into the mother of the kid he killed, and she's like, you piece of shit, you're partying out here while my kid is dead. And I'm like, okay, I get that she's at a bar drinking.
Yeah.
Why is she at a college bar drinking?
Can we talk about how weird that whole scene is filmed?
She needs to be in a country bar with 3 old men in it, you know, like
You mean
everyone
the bar
looking
that's
sad.
in Halloween Kills,
Yes.
where all the people who hate Michael go?
That's
exactly
where she should
where
be.
she needs to
Why
be
is
on
she not
Halloween.
there?
They have a fucking party for that exact reason.
You have something for that. Can I take my chest cavity off?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Can we also talk about why is that scene filmed as if he's on ecstasy?
Okay, because I had to pause the movie and ask you,
Like, did she drug him?
Did he take ecstasy and did I not notice something? And you said, no, he's sober. He's had like a couple drinks.
He's had a couple beers.
Yeah. I've had 3 beers right now and I might be laughing a lot, but like, I'm not this guy.
You're not laying on the floor of a fucking club.
No, I'm just sweating. Because there's a fucking beer pouch on my chest.
Shit.
With limes in it. I gotta clean this
Yeah, you
after.
gotta get those limes out.
Otherwise, I can't use that pouch again. I just... Why is he on ecstasy?
I don't know.
But he's not.
But he's not.
Okay.
Is this the first time he's ever like had a couple drinks and like been out with someone? Is that why he's having such a great time?
He avoided the Heineken before, so what if this was the first time he ever drank?
Maybe.
He's been drinking chocolate milk this whole time, you know?
See, I had a conversation with some people who I watched this movie with, and it's that I would be interested to know in what is on the cutting room floor for this movie, because I feel like a lot of small details.
I want to see the script.
I feel like a lot of small details, they just like, you know what? Like maybe there was a scene where they're like, he doesn't drink, but then he drinks at this party and it sets him off.
I don't want to read the script for most movies, and this might be a movie I absolutely fucking hate. Usually I want to read the script for a movie that I really like. I want to read the full script for this.
I feel like I'm missing shit.
I want to read the script for this movie while I'm watching it.
Yeah. Just side-by-side comparison. No, I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because
I think I get that.
I need to know what they were thinking with this bullshit. So he has this whole thing with her. He runs outside, and then Allison comes out, and he's like, "You bitch! You fucking did this! You knew that if I went out, I would run into the mother of the kid that I killed, and you should have known not to..." First of all, she's known you for maybe 12 hours at this point.
Insane.
They just met.
Insane.
Did we mention that? They just met.
Like, here's the thing.
They just met. They went out to a bar. Basically, this is not just their first date. It's basically as if, like...
just first time hanging out.
Okay, they meet cuted, kind of.
Right.
They had a meet cute, and they said, "Hey, let's go on a date."
Yeah.
This is their first date. He freaks out on her.
Freaks out.
And not just like he's freaking out because he's having issues. He freaks out and he goes, "It's your fault." First off, if he doesn't just have so many issues on his own, he at least hates women. So maybe...
Which, once we meet his mother, I guess that all tracks.
So maybe stay away from this guy. And as someone whose boyfriend was killed and your parents were killed and have dealt with all this bullshit, and your fucking cop ex-boyfriend who is a fucking weirdo.
How is she so blind?
I don't know. And I get it. Some people just are, and you're maybe...
I guess.
Maybe she's a perfect victim, but goddamn, dude.
But here's the thing. I'm bipolar, and I honestly have had conversations kind of similar to what Corey has with Allison outside of this bar. I've been like in an episode and like going off like that, but I do it with people who I've known like years. I don't do that to someone who I met 12 hours ago.
He just met her. Like, he's like... he's like giving borderline personality right now.
Right.
And like, I'm sorry if you have BPD, but like, as someone whose stepmom like never wanted to come to terms with the fact that she had it and treated everyone around her like shit, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And as you being a person who just met this guy,
you're not ready for this.
And even if you are, you don't need to be.
You don't need to be.
You don't need this around you now.
There's no one asking you for that.
Nope. It's not your thing. So yeah, he goes to walk away from her, and she has her arms out, like she's fully extended.
This thing. What is this?
She's extended with her arms out, like she's like waiting for him to like grab back at her. But then he leaves. He leaves, full on turns around, and her arms are still extended. She goes
like this.
And then like,
and then she does this.
She puts her hands on her eyes. It's so hard to laugh right now because I'm coughing with my dry ass throat. I just start dying every time I laugh, and then it fades into the moon.
Film dissolves.
You know
dissolves
what? Wait,
into the moon.
you know in Avatar: The Last Airbender when Sokka's girlfriend turns into the moon? Corey turned into the moon, dude.
Did Corey turn into the moon, or did Allison turn into the moon?
I don't know. They're both still around.
They both turned into the moon, and then they came back. So no joke, I did watch this in theaters, and I watched it with 4 other of my friends, and that did become a running gag. As anytime something stupid happened in the movie, we just started sticking our arms out at the screen.
That's horrifying. That's a lot going on. So this is when the kid gets his ass beat by Oliver Tree again.
Oh,
we mentioned it before. We didn't mention the first time, but this time they throw him over a bridge.
Just throw him off.
And then A third party drags him into a bush. Not the bullies.
Gets dragged.
He gets dragged in a bush, and then he ends up in Michael's sewer, which is like his home base. Why is he in a sewer?
So apparently Michael Myers turns into a Ninja Turtle, and he's been living in a sewer for 4 years.
That also happened in, was it the first
Is that-
Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah.
A lizard? Lizard man?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. You gotta get my back.
So the thing...
a cough drop out.
The thing that I really, really hate here is this: the brain blast happens, right?
My note right here is Michael chokes him. He
Yep.
decides that the kid is also evil, so Michael cancels the choke. Michael brain blasted him.
Michael brain blasts him.
If you don't know what a brain blast is, usually in Jimmy Neutron, it's an idea. In this, it's a flashback.
Yeah. And I just, like, immediately I have an issue, right? Like, Michael Myers finally shows up. We're here. We're doing the thing. He's choking someone out. And he says, you know what? Never mind. When have we ever seen Michael say, you know what? Never mind?
Never. Probably never. Ever.
Like, once he has you in a chokehold, you're done. Like, you are getting strangled.
Those are the rules.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
By the way, this is when we first see Michael. This is 42 minutes into the movie.
42 minutes, bro. That's insane.
It takes a long time.
That's insane.
You keep talking for a second while I hawk up some shit in the bathroom.
Like, I think that I would have at least wanted them to do, like... Okay, so during Jamie Lee Curtis's fucking Sex in the City monologue of her talking about how evil, we have to not choose evil and juxtapose the evil with the good, and something about cherry blossoms for some reason. If during that, we would have seen what Michael was doing and had just like a little montage of him like in his little lair, like seething or something, I would have been more okay with it. Like, I don't like the way we're introduced to it. I don't like that it happens so late in the movie. And it's just another reason why this sucks. Also, why is it all blue? Why is the sewer blue?
Water.
I think I can't see your dick. I wonder if all those shots were what's that? Fucking Day for Night, where like they shoot it during the day but they want it to look dark. Because every single one looks like this picture that Devontae is showing me right now, where like the sewer's blue. It's like, why does the sewer have to be blue? It wasn't blue in Ninja Turtles 2. Or sorry, they're in the subway in 2. It wasn't blue in Ninja Turtles 1.
Oh my god, I just sat back down and I am so sweaty.
It's getting hot.
Oh,
And
God.
it's probably much worse with all that and all that beer.
Oh, God. I feel like I'm in a pool of me.
Ew.
All right.
Let's get through this shit.
So this homeless man threatens Corey with a knife. And he goes, hey, go get Michael Myers. I want to beat his ass.
You know, he goes, I need that mask.
And then Corey's like,
I'm Michael Myers.
And Corey's like, I don't know the guy. We're not friends. And apparently the homeless guy, like, he wanted to be Michael Myers.
I guess.
I don't get the logic behind it, but he
Hey,
wanted...
I got a question for
Okay.
you. That little pocket knife that he has, do you think that's Corey's knife? Because Corey pulls a knife on the bullies.
And he drops it.
And they knock it off the
They
bridge.
knock off the bridge. It probably is his knife.
I think it's Corey's knife.
That's why he knew what to do with it.
Right.
He kills a homeless guy. And then Corey goes home. His mom's like, you fucking idiot, what are you doing? Slaps him upside the head. He walks up. No, we're getting to that.
Okay,
Not
okay,
yet.
okay.
Not yet. I want to talk about this first.
Okay.
Corey goes in the bathroom, takes off his clothes. First, he takes off his shirt,
That's right.
takes off his pants. His underwear is filled with dirt.
Just black.
It's so dark and
It's like
so
he rolled around
dirty.
in soot.
It is like he took off all his clothes and just rolled around in fucking, like he went to what are those things where you get drunk and wrestle in mud wrestling.
Yeah.
He went to mud wrestling.
You remember this is one for you. Remember 101 Dalmatians?
Oh
when
my
they roll
God.
when they roll around in the soot, so they look like Labradors.
Well, yeah, because Michael's a dog, so why wouldn't he do
I
this?
know, right?
Why wouldn't he? It makes perfect sense. So this asshole, this piece of shit, somehow got his underwear dirty under the pants he was
Under
wearing.
his pants.
Don't get that. His pants never came off.
Not that we know of. So that brought me to say, is this suggesting that Michael took this kid's pants off?
Well, how else would his fucking underwear get dirty,
I don't
dude?
know.
That's the only way. Unless you're in mud. And
Right.
it's going through your pants or something like that. I don't see how your underwear gets dirty under your pants.
I don't either.
That's not possible. And they're filthy.
It's bad.
So, let's start talking about cherry blossoms.
Yep.
This fucking old guy keeps going, oh, Laurie, you're my cherry blossom. I want to fucking stick my cherry right up your blossom, dude.
Gotta choose cherry blossoms or suicide. Those are your only options.
Wait, does he say that?
That's what Jamie Lee Curtis does.
Oh my God, you're right, because he keeps saying the cherry blossom thing.
Yeah.
She starts using it. Guys, this is so this is so deep cut. But okay, I'm sorry, trigger warning. But later, Jamie Lee Curtis is like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Yeah, I'll fucking do it. And then she's like, what, you thought I was gonna kill myself? You fucking stupid
Dude.
idiot. Go kill yourself.
It's literally, I think that they're talking to the camera.
And then she slits his wrist.
I
This is crazy.
I know.
No, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
Why is it so big on the suicide
I
thing
don't
and then
know.
the slit in the wrist? This is a lot.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, some of the stuff, whenever I look at this, I get a little concerned about who wrote it. I'm like, hey, you guys okay?
What is going on with this? This is such a problem. So at one point, Corey starts standing outside of the window, like out of Jamie Lee's window, as if he was Michael Myers.
Right.
Like, standing next to the bush.
Oh my God. Standing next to the bush, exactly like Michael Myers. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Why do I cough so much less when I have beer?
It's the cure for what ails you.
I hate you. Guys, if you ever have a really dry throat, don't drink water and use cough drops. Just drink a lot of beer.
Drink beer, man.
Maybe it's the lime in my Corona.
Oh, that's probably helping.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but this episode probably sounded decent at first, and now it's just me fucking.
Oh, it's just shit.
It's just me coughing like crazy. I'm doing my best. Yeah, so Corey brings Allison to the house where he killed the kids so they can stand on different parts of the staircase and stare at each other.
Yeah,
if you
just
go onto IMDb and just look at the pictures, you will find this and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Cleveland actually pulled up the picture earlier not knowing what it is.
Right.
But yeah, that's what's going on.
Dumbest thing.
There's Lizzie McGuire moped montages.
Yep.
That's fun.
It's great.
I don't know why there's prolonged shots of this dude just like riding a moped. James,
Yeah. Sweet.
I farted.
Yeah, I don't have one ready. Sorry.
Okay. Earlier, we're sitting on the couch and I like ripped ass, and James just looked back at me and ripped bigger ass. And I don't know how he had that like locked and loaded, but that was like the biggest fart in the world that you just had.
I wish
like,
that was on the podcast.
yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too. Like, you had crazy timing with that.
Like, if I did it now, I'll probably shit myself.
So eventually, the fucking cop ex-boyfriend of Allison follows Corey to the Michael Myers sewer, where Corey
Uses Michael like his pet? Like a
Dude.
dog?
he sicks Michael Myers on a man.
Yup. He brings him a victim and he says, "Get him, boy. Show me how to do it."
And that's a quote. He says, show him how to do it. Or show me how to do it. I wrote right here, Corey asked Michael to
Right,
quote
right,
unquote
right.
show him how to do it. Yeah, and I'm too busy coughing and dying
To
right now
explain.
that it's hard to like,
Give
get
proper
into the,
context.
Dude, I'm sweating way more than I should because I think I probably have bronchitis or something. Maybe like early onset pneumonia because it's going like very bad right now. So this next part, it's already been mentioned by the horror. Oh, wait, this is the jizzing part.
Here it is.
That's where he jizzes. Okay, so we can give context to that. He stabs a guy, the cop, I think, right?
Yep.
He just comes his pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to watch Michael jizz in his pants, you can see it happen in this movie.
Yeah. This guy, Corey, he finds a clown mask in Allison's room, I think.
Yeah. It's the one that he wore to the party. It's technically a scarecrow, but it's very reminiscent of the old clown mask. It even has a red nose.
That's Scarecrow?
It's supposed to be a scarecrow.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. He's trying to kill people now, basically. He's like, I'm Michael Myers. But he tries to kill people, and he like goes to a rich person's house, and he gets caught behind a door, and then just throws a temper tantrum, like starts kicking his feet,
Yeah.
throwing shit around. He's like, let me in the room. And then Michael just walks up behind him and kills him.
Yeah. So it becomes a father-son movie.
Yeah, and then Corey turns into Batman. He turns into fucking Batman because
So here's the thing, like every one of these junctures, I'm like, there's a way out of this that wouldn't have been so shitty, you know?
yeah.
And like, I would have been okay with Corey thinking that he's turning into Michael
Batman.
and then failing and like getting caught,
And then being Batman.
and then Michael ends up killing her or something like that. Like right here where he does the thing, he goes to the doctor's house, he tries to kill this doctor and this nurse, and he fails. Like, she's calling the police, and Michael totally bails his ass out. Like, if he totally failed here, and it was like, oh yeah, you're not fucking Michael Myers. Like, fuck off, you stupid ass kid. I would have been fine with the movie.
You know what? You're right, because there's this whole thing with Allison and Corey and fucking smelling things and blah, 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 whatever. Let's just move on.
Smell thing.
You know what I'm talking about. And if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's pissing me off. But we should just move on because pretty soon, Corey is just going to beat Michael Myers' ass.
He goes back to the sewer, kicks his ass, and we don't even get like an actual good look at it. We mostly just see their silhouettes pushing each other back and forth.
They're just shoving each other. It's like a middle school fight when no one wants to start the fight, and they're like, you fucking take the first swing. You take the first swing.
Is, you're
and they're
right.
just shoving each other back and forth, and eventually Corey gets the harder shove,
Yeah.
and Michael falls over, and he just takes his mask and goes, I'm Michael, and walks away. It is the most insane thing I've ever seen.
It is
I don't...
the worst thing.
Who wrote that and who approved of this?
How $20 to $30 million. Think of all of the humans who sat in a room and was like, yep, that's how we're going to do it. And no one spoke up.
And the other thing, too, like, Michael has been around for how long? Anyone that's ever tried to fight him, dead immediately. This guy gets his ass beat by a kid skinnier than me. And if you've ever seen me, I am not a man of weight.
That's the problem, right?
He gets his ass beat by fucking band members.
If I didn't watch this kid get his ass beat 5 minutes ago,
then maybe I'd be okay with it.
maybe it'd be fine.
He gets thrown over a bridge.
He gets thrown off a bridge
Not even thrown. The guy accidentally bumped him off a bridge, if we're being honest.
by a marching band kid.
Yes. And then he beats Michael Myers' ass.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And he beats the shit out of him.
He beats the shit out of him.
Like, it was like Michael didn't even stand a chance against him.
No.
It was like this kid walked into Michael's house and punked him and took his lunch money.
He did. He
Because
took
that's
his
what he
fucking
does. He
lunch
took
money.
his fucking
He
mask and
took
his knife and went like, all right, bye, pussy. He basically spit on him while he was on the ground.
That's totally what he does.
Make it make sense, please. Like, someone make it make sense.
And we brought this up, but in this context, this trilogy of films, we have a way that Michael operates. Like, we've seen how strong he is. We've seen what he can do with his bare hands. And he just doesn't do any of those things in this movie. He doesn't do them now. He's not going to do them later. He just doesn't do anything.
It's like he's a different character, dude.
He's a different character, and he's a fucking pussy.
And okay, we got to go back, and mainly just because I fully read the note, I knew what the smells things were, but I thought it was a different part. We didn't finish this statement earlier. The smell thing was the mom. Yeah. When Corey showed up to the house, and because she hates Allison being in his life for whatever reason, even though he's the one killing kids. And she's like, "Oh, you piece of shit! I can smell her on you. Get out of." What are you?
She's crazy, man.
She's a drug sniffing dog.
She's a
Why is everyone
Everyone's
a
a
dog
dog?
in this movie? But
This is supposed to be the Super Pet sequel.
But this isn't the part that we have to talk about. It's Air Bud, actually. This isn't the part we have to talk about, though. After she does the whole drug sniffing dog thing, she punches him in the face
yeah.
and then kisses him on the lips.
Yeah.
Her
she
son.
kisses her son on the lips. This
We never go back to that.
she's psycho, man.
There's no explanation of that. I guess the explanation is you're a fucking freak and so is your kid.
Like, I feel like she's another example of a character that I feel like there's deleted scenes with her that give us more context to
Why
what's
do
happening.
we need to see her make out with her son?
We don't. That's what I'm saying. When I think about like what's on the cutting room floor, I'm like, this is the shit you chose to keep? What did you cut?
I don't know, but they left Jamie Lee Curtis acting like the Godfather in the movie.
Yeah, they did.
There's a scene where she's just like dictating everything. She's like, "Oh, you come around the day of my daughter's wedding. Kiss my ring." You know?
Oh yeah, when she's in the chair.
It pisses me off so much, dude.
She's like thumping that chair too. It's so fucking good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So after Corey beats Michael's ass, Michael pops up with his bald ass head.
Yeah.
I don't like how he looks old and bald.
They did 4, I think, Michael pop-ups. I think 2 of them are Michael and 2 of them are Corey. All of them look terrible.
Oh, Corey does do a pop-up,
Corey
huh?
does a pop-up too.
That's so dumb. I really hate that. So, who's Billy? Wait. Oh, the band kid, right?
Billy's the bully, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, he gets a fucking drumstick stuck into his eyeball.
Yep.
Off screen, but like it happens.
Yeah.
Preceding this is the rest of the bullies getting killed. That they all die.
They all die.
Wasn't that satisfying? Doesn't matter.
By not Michael Myers.
By Corey.
Wearing Michael's shit.
Wearing Michael's stuff. Because at this point, he's Michael. He has a fucking mask on, if you forgot. He kills his stepdad.
Yeah.
Not really, though. Because his stepdad walked into a bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, because he didn't kill him. Who was shooting?
Billy. Not
It was-
Billy. The other one. Terry.
Jesus fucking Christ. This all happened in such a...
It's so quick. Yeah.
It's so quick and so dumb. At one point, one of the bully chicks gets like caught under a car and she's like watching everything. She's like, "Oh no, stop killing them." And then she dies. Whatever.
Whatever.
Who cares? Why does it matter?
This movie sucks.
We got a quick Darcy the Mail Girl appearance
The quickest.
for like 2 seconds.
Didn't even get to see her die. Like, she definitely gets attacked, but we don't actually see it. It just happens in the background.
Yeah, like it happens, but like, you know.
Glad she's there. Wish there was more of her.
Yeah, it would have been cool if she was around a little more, but she, alas, was not.
Which brings us to he kills her at the radio station with Willie the Kid, the DJ.
Oh,
I feel like there has to be a ton of shit deleted about Willie the Kid. They made this character, his fucking face appears on billboards. You hear him. That's another narrator of the movie because you hear him on the radio all the time throughout the film. I feel like there's something that I'm missing
Yeah.
because he just kind of didn't do shit.
No, he really did not do anything, huh?
Best kill scene in the movie, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Really good kill scene.
Really good because they cut his fucking tongue off. They put his tongue on the record. It's spinning around. It was cool as shit. And just watching someone cut a tongue in half is pretty cool.
This is fucking cool.
That's pretty cool on its own, man, you know? Like, I'll take that.
I loved it.
Yeah, I'm not mad about
That part. But, like, he didn't do anything else.
it. No.
Like,
There's a lot
why?
of deleted scenes in this for sure.
There has to be, right?
Mm.
This has to have originally been a 3-hour movie.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like maybe they were like gonna make it like an epic thing, and then like the production was like, no, this is Halloween, you can't do
How
that.
was it? It was like an hour 52 or something?
Yeah, it's just under 2 hours.
Yeah.
I feel like
Wow.
I'm missing so much context.
Probably. Because there's a lot that doesn't... I mean, it would make sense that everything's cut out of this, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, what's going on? Corey also kills his mom off screen.
Yep.
And here's where Jamie's like doing this whole monologue where she's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill myself." And then, like, she's holding a gun. And this is fucked up, honestly. Like, this is fucked. She shoots. And then we see, like...
She calls 911.
She calls 911. And then
she reports a suicide.
And then we see, like, brains splatter on the wall after she shoots. Which she shot a pumpkin, right?
Yeah, she shot a pumpkin.
She shot a pumpkin.
Because she keeps the jack-o'-lantern inside, because that's totally normal.
And at this point, I audibly looked at you and I said... Did Jamie Lee Curtis just fucking kill herself?
And then Jamie Lee Curtis appears on screen and
she
says...
pops on the screen and she says, "Oh, you really think I'd kill myself?"
Dude,
and I'm not. This is not paraphrasing.
You got
this
punked.
is what happened real time.
You got punked by Jamie Lee Curtis.
And I didn't think that was what happened. I was like, "There's no way." Like my question, like, and I know you felt me in that moment because my question was like, "There's no way that just fucking happened."
It's
right?
just hilarious that you said that, and then she's like, "Did you really think I'd kill
Did
myself?"
you really think? That's the most insane thing I've ever seen. Like that turn of events was fucking crazy.
Because she's talking to Michael. Nope, she's talking to Corey. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because he's in the house.
Because he's Michael at this point. So you feel like it's Michael.
Right.
Like when I was thinking about it right now, I thought it was Michael. But you're right. It's fucking Corey.
It's fucking Corey.
And there's this whole thing where Corey's like, because Jamie Lee Curtis keeps talking to him and she's like, "Hey, maybe you shouldn't date Allison." And she's not even saying anything too harsh. She's kind of just like, "I don't know if you guys are good for each other right now, you know?"
Right.
And then he comes in and he's like, "Oh, well, if I can't have her, no one can." And then he stabs himself in the neck.
Yeah, he'd do that.
He fucking stabs himself in the neck. And also, okay, his whole like theory behind this is Jamie Lee Curtis is stopping him from having her, but they've been doing their thing this whole time anyway. Allison's like fully in love with him. Like she's obsessed with him.
She's, I mean, essentially ready to give up on her
He's
mom,
not losing her.
on Lori.
Like he's not losing her in
They
any
were gonna run
sense.
away together.
Yeah, so he's fine. He doesn't even have to worry about Jamie
Even
at this
his
point.
motivations make absolutely no sense. They were supposed to run away together tonight, so why is he running around killing everyone?
I don't know.
Run away with your girlfriend and start a new fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, what's happening?
Maybe do a Dexter thing, murder people somewhere else or something. I don't fucking know.
Like why are you doing this right
you
now?
seem like your goal is Allison, but all of your actions are showing me that your goal is not Allison.
You don't give a shit about Allison.
But all he's saying is, "Oh, Allison."
It's so weird.
And then, so he kills himself. And then also, here's another thing. The knife is in his neck, and Jamie Lee, she's trying to save him, basically. She's like, "Oh, no, don't die, because then Allison's going to hate me." Yanks a knife out of this guy's neck.
Pulls it out.
Immediately, he starts bleeding out.
Bleeding out
like,
everywhere.
what was your end goal there?
I don't know.
The
I don't
knife
know
was
what she was
stopping the
thinking.
blood
I don't know what she
from
was
fucking
thinking.
leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
So I don't get the logic behind that. But here's the other thing. He said, "If I can't have her, no one can," and he killed himself. You just open it up so anyone can have her.
I mean,
Because
we already know for a fact.
obviously she's not that fucked up. Her boyfriend died before. Her parents died before. She started dating him like 2 weeks later.
I've seen her have 3 love interests at this point.
They all died.
What's stopping her from just getting another one?
Yeah, like Jamie Lee isn't the one you got to worry about. Like, I mean, she's just, you're dead now. She's gonna be like, "Oh shit, so you're Michael Myers? Okay, someone else is gonna have her. She's gonna date someone,
Right?
and fucking Halloween didn't end.
Yeah.
You know?
She's definitely gonna date someone outside of Haddonfield now.
Yeah. So, what was his logic? Whatever. Yeah. So somehow enough, he's still alive for a few minutes because Michael comes over to him and starts choking him, and his eyes get all big, and he's like, "Oh, don't choke me." You fully bled out.
He was dead.
He was so dead.
He was dead.
put an entire butcher knife in his neck. That butcher knife, the length of it, was the length of his neck, if not longer. Definitely longer. Longer,
Yeah,
100%.
realistically, it should be coming through the other side.
And the full thing was in his neck, wasn't
yeah,
it? I'm pretty
it was
damn
all
sure.
the way to the hilts, bro.
Every single one of my knives in my knife block in my kitchen would go through one side of my neck and through the other side. Even my
Right.
shortest one.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
It's bullshit, dude.
Okay, well,
But why does Michael's okay with killing him now because he stole his mask?
that's the whole thing. Michael just wanted his mask back, so
You had a chance to kill him earlier and you didn't because you're in love with him or something because he's your son.
yeah. And he's not.
Because you see evil in his eyes.
That's the whole thing. He looks in his eyes and he goes, "Evil," so he doesn't kill him. That was how this all started.
So dumb.
At one point after, because he snaps his neck, he kills him.
Yeah.
He's dead now. At one point, Michael just kind of gives up on hunting Lori and starts microwaving some food. Like he's microwaving a burrito. That's a thing that happened. And then Michael gets in a fight with Lori, and at every point, he's smashing her fucking face into windows. He's throwing her against the wall. He's like just smashing her into everything. At any one of these, like you made a good point. We've seen Michael just smash people and kill them with one hit so many times throughout the series. Every single time, basically.
Yeah, we've seen him do the grab thing where he basically just like grabs someone by the head and just pops their skull essentially and kills them.
You've seen him smash someone's head into something and they die immediately, not even just from the smash, from the force of him smashing them.
Fuck. We just saw it, the really good kill with Willie the Kid, which wasn't even Michael.
Yeah.
We saw fucking Corey smash someone's head into a fucking table and kill them on the first smash. Like,
and that first smash of Jamie Lee's face into the glass
should have fucked her up, bro.
I didn't even see a cut on her face.
She didn't have no cuts.
Dude, he smashed her face into a liquor cabinet, like a glass door liquor cabinet. She should have been like, her face should have been in pieces.
She should have at least had some laceration.
Her
She didn't have
cheek
shit.
should have been sliced off at
She
that
didn't
point.
have shit.
And nothing happened. And then they're still struggling. And Michael's struggling to get her hand into the garbage disposal. How is he not a million times stronger than her?
Because there is no consistency of power level in this movie.
But
how does he get his like? I know that this isn't how fights work, but let's
And that's the thing I hate about every movie. When you show how strong someone is, and then later you're just like, oh, it doesn't matter because plot points.
Yep.
Fuck off.
I know plot armor exists for a reason, but you just saw
it does. But you could do plot armor in a tasteful way that that you're like, oh, okay, like that. It seems a little out of the ordinary, but I could see it happening in this given situation. You know.
So explain how Corey kicks Michael's ass, but Lori kicks Corey's ass, right? But then Lori and Michael struggle,
and then she kicks his ass. Well, maybe okay. That's just the thing. I guess Lori
always wins.
Lori's fucking buff as shit, dude.
Lori's the fucking trump card.
I guess so, man, because apparently everything is weaker than Lori all of a sudden.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
even though she's not a badass in this one, not like she is in 2018.
Well, at one point, fucking Lori stabs Michael like in the chest with a knife, and he does his sit-up thing, and it like force pushes the knife out of his chest.
It's so dumb.
And then Jamie Lee throws a fridge on him, and this is where he starts kicking his leg, like he's like a dog dreaming, and then he goes, and then she slits his throat. He's still alive.
Still alive.
He starts choking Jamie Lee Curtis, and she goes, James, go ahead.
Do it.
She does the fucking Emperor Palpatine. She goes, do it.
Do it.
Why is everything so suicidal in this movie?
I don't know.
I thought I was watching 13 Reasons Why. So
it's a strange movie.
He starts choking her. She starts brain blasting. And then Allison, for whatever reason, because she basically was like, when Corey died, the whole thing, she was like, fuck you, Jamie Lee, you killed my boyfriend. Even though he's laying there in a Michael Myers outfit with a knife and a Michael Myers mask next to him. Did that just like sit in, and that's why she came back? She was like, wait a second. She was done being pissed off, and she was like, oh, wait a second. He took the mantle.
Well, like it's like what you and I were saying. We're like, what do you think happened, Allison? You think your grandma is so crazy? She kidnapped your boyfriend.
She's been right about everything for years, tried to save you a ton of times, did everything in her power to save you for 25-something years, and like was the crazy bitch of the household and of the family.
Yep.
And then proved herself that she was saving you over and over again. And then she was like,
Twice.
You know what? Now I'm going to kill your boyfriend. You suck.
Kidnaps your boyfriend, dresses him up as Michael Myers.
She's proved to you at every single given point that she has never been wrong about anything.
God, Allison sucks, bro.
She sucks. She's so
the
much
worst.
ass. But you know what? She came in, she broke Michael Myers' arm. How is everyone able to just break this dude into pieces right now?
Even though in Halloween Kills, he fucking fights the entire town.
Halloween Kills, he fights 70 people at once. 1v70s people. And then he goes up against, and obviously someone's going to be like, oh, you fucking piece of shit. He goes up against two women right now. Just two chicks,
But he also got his ass kicked by Corey. Let's not forget that.
That's true. Maybe he's just weak as fuck in this, but like I'm
he's
just
old
saying,
and
dude.
beaten up, but he kicked
I'm just
so
saying,
much ass.
when
and
he was
kills.
fighting the town, there's at least 35 women, 35 men there.
Oh, yeah.
Right now there is 2 women, and he was destroyed.
Just fucked.
Slit his throat, broke his arm, and then they slit his fucking wrist.
Yeah, dude.
This is so crazy.
This is crazy.
It is brutal. It looks like I like it's so weird how I can watch them slit his throat and I'm like, whatever. When they do that wrist, I was like, oh. Like, oh. Remember
And they go the long way.
dude, they cut that scene out of 13 Reasons Why on Netflix. Remember that? There was a
I
whole
haven't
thing
watched
where
it.
well, people were pissed about it, and there was a scene where when Hannah Baker,
Yeah.
committed suicide, she slit her wrist and whatnot. People were like, nah, it's fucked up, take that out. That's not even on Netflix anymore. Like, you can't even see that thing anymore.
You know where it's at?
Halloween Ends.
Fucking Peacock, baby.
Yep. Yep. Because they sure took Hannah Baker out. Fuck. It's hard to say that I'm even more angry about the end, but I'm even more angry about the end.
The end that never ends.
Okay, first off, it goes forever. But the beginning of my issue is let me just break this down in layman's terms. They let a civilian take the body from a crime scene and tie it to the top of their car and then parade it around.
And they have one police officer who has a problem with it.
He goes, that's how we're gonna do it.
And,
it just leaves.
They bring back the sheriff, who's an awesome character, the guy with the big ass fucking hat and everything.
Yeah, it was cool.
He's a cool dude. He's the one
Not
who's
in the
like,
movie.
He's not in this movie until the very end, and all he says is, "That's how it's gonna be tonight." It's like, what?
And then they just take the fucking body, parade him around like a trophy in an actual parade, basically.
Yep.
And the whole town's here. Even that kid from fucking
The
2018.
kid from
like,
2018
everyone, they
shows
just
up.
brought him in. They brought every single person that's ever been in this trilogy in just to walk very slowly and
Yeah.
dramatically and go, yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
They even brought, there's multiple times where they bring the chick in, like, who got her throat slit and stuff
Right,
in the
yeah,
last
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Because apparently she didn't die. I actually thought she died. But
I thought she died,
apparently
too.
she didn't die. She's brought back just so a few times, like, a chick can go up to Lori at the grocery store and be like, hey, you're the reason she can't talk, you piece of shit.
Look what you did to my sister.
Look at you, asshole. And yeah, they toss his body in a car crusher. And the movie ends with Laurie's memoirs once more, and then fucking Joe Byron comes back one more time. We haven't even gave context to this
No,
joke.
we
This is the first
haven't.
time I've said it, but that old guy that I was talking shit on and calling ugly Heath Ledger earlier.
Yeah.
Fuck Joker. I don't know why when I think of the Joker, I think of Heath Ledger. No, Heath Ledger's awesome. I don't even want to put this guy in the same category as this guy. It's just because when I think of that specific Joker smile, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Heath Ledger really cemented that. Heath Ledger's way cooler than this asshole.
No, this guy's definitely got jowls.
This guy sucks. So fuck it. He's Joe Byron, dude. Because he's the worst actor I've ever seen in my life.
He
In a
always
movie-
looks like he's trying to remember his lines.
in a movie of terrible actors, this guy is somehow worse than Corey.
I'm still convinced that there's someone off
Dude,
camera
there's
whispering lines.
They're holding giant cue cards for him.
But he can't see him very
He
well.
can't read
so
them.
he's like,
So he's like moving his eyes up and down. He's like, he's trying to smile because he's like trying to smile. There's a scene at the end of this where him and
Dude.
Jamie Lee Curtis are sitting next to each other, and he's just doing this weird smile thing, and they don't say anything to
They
each
say no
other
words.
for maybe 25 seconds.
the
They're
whole
just sitting
time
there.
you're like,
but
what's he gonna say?
But
What's he gonna say?
Because his mouth is moving. His mouth is moving, but he doesn't say anything. I think he was bringing her fruit or something. The
Yeah, he
movie's
brought her- he
over.
brought her
I think there's
groceries.
14 kills. I hated this.
It was so bad.
I hated this. The only part of this movie I liked is that I think they introduced the concept that Michael Myers had never seen a microwave before.
Yeah. Let's talk about the details of that real quick.
We had to look up so much to get to this. Okay, so Michael Myers, like we said, he's cooking this burrito, but he's not cooking the burrito. He never put it in. Basically, what happens, we didn't give context for that. Jamie Lee Curtis was using the microwave. He shows up.
I think she does it as a distraction, though.
Oh, I think you're right.
Like, she does it on purpose.
So, yeah, so even more so.
I think she knows.
This is the only thing they thought of in this entire movie.
Yeah.
I don't get how Michael Myers in like the original Halloween is just driving after being in a mental institution for so long.
Right.
But then he's like, but I guess it makes even more. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But he's confused by the microwave, and we had to do the math of this. We're like, okay, when was the original killing? It was what, 1963?
63, yeah.
63 was when
Michael killed his
original
sister.
Michael Myers
Yeah.
killed his sister, and then 15 years later, in like 78, he comes back, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. In 63, you said a microwave was $500?
$500 in today's money with inflation, that's about $3,000.
There's no way he had a microwave. So
a middle class
and
family,
and someone who's
in
a
middle
kid,
America.
what was he? Maybe like 7?
I think he's 7.
He
yeah.
was 7,
I'm
right?
almost positive it's exactly 7.
So he was 7 years old. Even if microwaves were on commercials or anything like that, like he's 7. He's not paying
Yeah.
attention to that. They didn't own a microwave. I don't think Michael knew what a microwave was.
Yeah,
so
if he's been in an institution this whole time, he probably wasn't allowed to use one.
no.
So he might not know how
So
they
maybe
work.
someone else used a microwave for him, but he legitimately might not know what a microwave is.
Right. Like
So
he walks into
honestly,
the kitchen and he's like, what the fuck is this glowing box?
I'm rating this movie 1 star, and the half a star I'm giving it is just for the fact that they introduced and they put that thought in my mind, like, oh shit, Michael Myers doesn't know what a microwave is, and we looked it up and backed it up. So you know what?
Yep.
I'm gonna give that to them. I'm gonna
pretty
give
good.
that to David Gordon Green's Ghost Riders. Nothing else.
All right. It's also a 1 star for me. Things that I thought were okay. I think that I've tried to highlight the good about it as we've gone along. One thing that I think is very particularly good about this movie are the interiors, I noticed. Like, every single shot inside looks like a believable house or shop or whatever the fuck it is. Whereas a lot of times in movies, like, you see, like, the inside of a house, you're like, oh, that's a shitty set, you know?
The first review I found on Letterboxd right now, there's no star rating, but
I
it
haven't looked
says
at any of those.
it says Michael Myers should be charged with murder.
Okay. Yeah?
The second one is, at this point, Haddonfield needs to be nuked, and
Yeah,
nuked
it
is in
does.
bold.
Yeah, it does. I am of that belief. This franchise is dead. Like, do not make another one. I won't watch it.
This is so funny.
Actually,
Michael
let me
Myers
rephrase
is
that.
finally in a position to just sit back and relax while an unpaid intern does all the work.
Dude, that's exactly what happens. It's a movie about boomers and Gen Z.
Corey, a Halloween story.
If it was named that, I'd be more fine with it.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Michael Myers is a Ninja Turtle. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, he is.
Holy shit. The funniest thing to come out of this movie is the reviews.
Yeah. Michael Myers should be charged for murder.
This sucked.
It's awful.
I don't recommend it.
Don't watch it.
Fuck, marry, kill. You got
Corey's dead.
Corey. You got James Jude Courtney.
Oh, God.
And you got Joe Byron.
Oh, fuck, man. I will... No, I'm killing Joe Byron now that I have that as an option. I can't with that guy. So Joe Byron's gone. I'm fucking Corey. Put a bag over his head. And I'm marrying James Jude Courtney.
Yeah, that's fine.
Old ass scabby head James Jude Courtney.
I'd kill Corey. I'll fuck that old man if I have to. I'm not happy about it, but I'll
with
fuck
his open mouth.
I'll fuck the shit out of that old man's mouth. I'll throat fuck that guy into oblivion. just as long as Corey's dead.
Anything to get rid of Corey.
All right, guys. Do you have anything else to say about Halloween Ends?
Fuck Halloween Ends.
This
Fuck
movie,
David Gordon Green. He's doing The Exorcist next, if anyone didn't know.
This movie makes me sad. That's it. I'm done. Sorry, I had to cough one more time. But if you want to find us on the social medias and all that, Instagram's at Horror Soup. James, you can find him at Night Shift Video. Twitter, Horror Soup Sucks. Letterboxd, I'm at Horror Soup Caleb. He's at Night Shift Video. You can watch this episode at on YouTube at Horror Soup. I don't know if it'll be out right when this episode comes out. Maybe a day or two later or something. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. But videos are coming back. Shout out to Cleveland for producing all this. It's late as fuck right now. It's 3:30
Dude,
a.m.
it's 3:30. I'm so fucking
So
tired.
tired.
I'm sweating.
I'm hot.
I'm sweating my life away. I need to get a little more drunk before I go to bed, but I'm sweating a lot right now. I think that's everything.
Tequilas.
Thanks to Ross Lee for doing the intro and outro music. It's good shit. Thanks to David Gordon Green for fucking up my life.
oh shit.
Wow.
Pepper, you just narrowly avoided death.
Yeah, I know. He's just sitting here like holy shit. Wow.
Oh, now he's pissed.